Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes and
Moose Mike.
So welcome back to all our returners and hi to any newbies. Please do stick around a while, and if you like what you see, give us the thumbs. Thank you very, very much. So we are hopping on here today because we have been tagged. Tag, you're it. So we have been tagged to do the hashtag Spring Fling 2023. We were tagged by the beautiful Queen's Crafts by Bridget. If you don't know her, I will leave her channel down in the description box. I suggest you go check her out, folks, because the lady does it all. She crochets, she knits, she spins, she dyes, she makes bags. Get in touch with her because they are awesome. She also runs a small homestead. What the lady can't do is not worth listing, and just on top of that, she has had a new baby goat be born and she is having to hand rear it. So the lady is amazing.
Wow.
Go check her out. And also, as a little side note, I wasn't actually tagged in the video, but when I commented on this person's video, she replied back saying, I don't know whether it counts if I tag you in a comment, but I'm going to do it anyway. And seeing as I've already been tagged by Bridget, I am also going to say that I have been tagged by the wonderful Samantha over at Amethyst Craftworks. Again, if you don't know Samantha, she calls me her fellow Samantha. Please do go and check out both these wonderful ladies. Samantha at Amethyst Craftworks has a fairly small channel at the moment, but we are going to try and help her grow. So, if you don't know, go and check out, watch a video from beginning to end. If she is your cup of tea, do the usual, like, subscribe, notification bell, all those wonderful things. They are all free of charge, and she is a wonderful, wonderful person. Anyway, let's get on to the questions. So some of them we are just going to answer straight and plain as soon as the question is read. Some of them, though, I am going to try and guess Mike's answer, and he is going to try and guess mine, just to make it a little bit interesting to see.
I've never even seen these questions
To
yet.
see if we know each other as well as what we think we do. And normally when we do this, it's a disaster. So hold on to the seat of your pants, guys. It could get interesting.
Quick swig.
So there are 10 questions, and there are also some people that we have to tag at the end. Now, the original tag, sorry, I am just writing down a couple more because there are so many of you, and the likelihood is most of these people have already been tagged and have done or will be doing this anyway. So I am going to give us lots of options and hope that a few will participate. There has been 2 content creators credited with starting this tag. I don't know which one it was, and I don't want to get the information wrong. So whoever created this tag, thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it. And I personally love doing the tags because A, it gives us a video for you guys, and B, you get to know people just a little bit better. So the theme for this is spring, as in the season. So question 1. What do you like to do in the spring that you can't do in other times of the year?
You're waiting for me to answer.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I do it all year round.
That has been a lot of people's answers to this. Not a lot of people have found something other than specific gardening.
So I can play golf. I can't do that in the winter.
No.
Well, you can, but
It's not enjoyable.
it's not enjoyable. It's not as good as summer.
No.
But you can still do it.
Yeah. Summer is like peak time. And I would also say that autumn would be as well, because spring, very soggy.
Yes. Very, very soggy.
So for me, I don't think there is anything that I like to do in the spring that I don't do any other time of the year, because if I want to do it, I'm going to do it regardless of the season. I don't garden either, guys, so...
And we don't get the massive drifts of snow like other people do.
No, so you guys that do gardening, I know that there are specific times of year that you have to plant specific things. Anything that is green and plant-like dies very quickly under Manfa's care, so I just don't bother. Okay, now this one is one where we're going to try and guess each other's answers. So I will read the question and guess Mike's answer, but then he's going to tell me if he's right or not, and then he's going to guess mine, and I'm going to tell him whether he's right or not. Question 2, what is your favourite springtime flower? Now, I think Mike's not really big into flowers anyway. Hang on. I think Mike's would be... I don't actually know. I'm just going to guess. Daffodil.
No.
See, it goes horribly wrong. But then we don't really talk a lot about flowers. He's a bloke. He don't care.
To be fair, I'm not even sure if these are a springtime flower, but mine would be bluebells.
I'm not actually sure. I think bluebells can be all year round, especially here because we are so lush and green and damp all the time. But I'll give it to you.
I like the foreign bluebells, the ones that only come around once a year with the little balls.
Yeah, but you can still find bluebells all year round, especially the bluebell woods that are literally just 20 minutes down the road. So
I'm from a city where you only see it once a year.
Yeah. So what do you think my favourite springtime flower is then, Mike?
Well, there's got to be gerberas.
They're not springtime.
Oh, aren't they?
No.
Okay.
That is my ultimate favourite flower. He did get my favourite flower,
then
right?
it would be daisies.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry if you're watching Crafty Moo, because I know your favourite flower is the daisy, but in my opinion they're just a weed. So it wouldn't be a daisy. I'm sorry.
Most flowers come out in spring,
I
don't
have the vast majority, but some are summertime. I actually have 3 because Manfa's greedy, and I don't know what order they would go in, but 3 that I really, really love for different reasons are crocuses. I love crocuses. They are very, very pretty, and also the stems of a crocus give you saffron. Now, saffron at various points in the past history has sometimes been worth and more valuable than gold. And I am quite partial to saffron, so I like the crocus because they're pretty too. The second one is tulips. I've always loved tulips. And I was gifted some recently from my boss about a month or so ago, so I do like my tulips. And finally, I love daffodils. Now, I never used to like daffodils, but they are actually the only flower that my mum will be happy to receive. If you buy her any other flowers, they just get slung in a vase or vase. Still in the cellophane wrappers. She doesn't trim the stems. She doesn't take the wrapping off. She literally chucks some water in a vase, slings the whole thing in, leaves them on a table to die. She really isn't a flower person. But if you buy her daffodils, she will take better care and she actually appreciates them more. So daffodils is my mummy's favourite and therefore means something to me as well. So you had no hope of answering that, to be fair.
No, and especially with the tulips.
Yeah. Question 3. What is your favourite thing about spring?
The sun starts coming back out.
You done?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. I, like a lot of other content creators that I've watched do this, agree with the everything rejuvenating, reawakening, coming back to life. The barren, sparse landscapes suddenly get full of leafy green bushes and trees and flowers, and the birds come back, and like Mike, the sun starts to shine occasionally because we're in the UK and it's a very rare occurrence. But also for me, it's more like the fresh beginnings, not just with nature, but just in general for the year. It's a whole new year to start over. So when we get out of the cold winter, it's a chance to kickstart your year how you mean to go on. So that's my favourite thing. Question 4. What is the weather like in your area in spring?
Wet.
Pretty much like every other season in the UK.
It rains a lot over here.
And us being in Cornwall in particular, we are very near the coast. Therefore, we are even more moist than a lot of the other areas in the UK. So where Mike and I are, it's just constantly damp.
We don't get, in spring, I think you get one couple days where it's fairly nice, and then that weather front comes back and it's raining again.
Yeah, it is more rare to have a dry, nice day than it is to have a damp, foggy one. So just rain, 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 rain. Okay, question 5. When do you start a garden if you have one? They're talking about like planting vegetables and herbs and flowers.
Well,
and
we don't have
all that
one,
stuff.
so...
Well, we do have gardens.
We have gardens, but we don't plant vegetables or anything like that. We literally just cut the grass.
Yeah, and I don't even do that. Mike does.
So I do that, and I do that when it's dry.
Which is very rare. Ideally, the grass needs cutting every 2 weeks, but there has never been a year that you've been here where every 2 weeks consecutively you've been able to do it, because it is just too damp, guys. When I say it's raining, it is always raining.
Yeah, and in the summer when it's really dry, you can't cut it either because it just turns to dust.
Yeah. Goes all brown and dies. So no, neither one of us are very green fingered. I would like to be, but I am never successful, so I have just got a little bit demoralised with the whole thing, so I just don't bother anymore. And also, having 3 boys in particular who love to kick a ball around and stuff in the gardens, there is no point me having lovely raised flower beds and, you know, garden statues and ornaments and a pretty garden, because it would literally just be destroyed within about 30 seconds of them being out there with a football or a soccer ball for you guys. So we just don't bother. Sorry. And it's a shame because we have 2 gardens and there are some of you out there that don't even have one. So we are wasting an opportunity, and I apologise for that, but it is just not us. Question 6. Do you celebrate Easter?
Yes. Somewhat. But, like, the kiddie part of it, so getting the eggs and stuff.
So what Mike is trying to say is neither one of us are religious. Therefore, the religious aspect of Easter is not something that we follow in this household. However, for the children, we do Easter egg hunts. We decorate inside a little bit for Easter. They did believe in the Easter Bunny when they were smaller. This video is set for not for kids, so we're just going to leave it there just in case there are kids watching with their adults, because the Easter Bunny is real, guys. But no, the religious aspects of it, it's not a thing here. Nothing against those that do. Absolutely all power to you. No judgment, but it's not how we were brought up or raised. And we do sometimes try and get together for an Easter sit-down meal, but that is not something that has to be done every year. So we do if we can, and if we don't, oh well.
And I love the Easter meal because it's usually
roast lamb. Yes. Question 7. Do you crochet or knit anything special for spring? Well, neither of us knit.
No, and I've never crocheted anything for a specific season, being that I'm so new. But I believe you have.
Well, not really. Sometimes I've done Easter themed, you know, because the bunny is very significant for Easter. I didn't actually make those specifically for Easter. It's just, it's around that time and I like the pattern and I wanted to do it. And that is basically, guys, what I do throughout my crochet, throughout the year. I just make what I want when I want. Obviously, it makes more sense to make the woolen stuff for the colder months and the lighter stuff for the hotter months. But the beauty of crochet is no matter when you make it, you can store it until the season means that it is useful and needed. So predominantly, I just make stuff when I want to make it. Like if I wanted to make a Santa Claus right now in February, I'd make a Santa Claus, even though it's nowhere near Christmas, but I'd put it away, and when Christmas comes I've got it to hand to use. So I don't really get dictated to by seasons or temperatures or holidays. I just make what I want when I want. Question 8. What is your favourite spring colour? Now we are going to answer for each other. I think Mike's would be lilac, pale purple.
Not really clued up on spring colours either, to
Think
be fair.
pastels, Easter. So for me, spring colours are like pale yellow, pale pink, pale purple, pale blue, like minty green, white, cream, the
Why are they always
lighter,
pale?
brighter shades. Because that's just spring, because summer is your vibrant, your bold, it's summer, there's sun, there's colour. Spring is more, we're going to start going into colour, but we're not going to be really bold and in your face right now.
I don't actually know what mine is.
But his favourite colour is purple, so that's why I went with the light purple, but, you know.
Fair enough. Might as well be correct. 'Cause I don't have one. Green.
What, just a normal green?
No, I don't know what the colours are. Just pastel green.
So, this is something you guys need to understand about Mike, and this is not me being negative or criticising him in any way, because he will admit it after I have said what I am about to say. Mike doesn't really understand hues, tones, shades. To him, a colour is a colour. So yes, you get light green, dark green, medium green. That's as far as his colour palette goes. He doesn't understand this aqua, mint, lime, spring green, grass green, apple green, sage green.
I know they're out there, and I know
But he
that's
doesn't
what they
care
are,
enough.
but I really don't.
He doesn't care enough to know that a sage green is always this kind of shade compared to a lime green. So
It's just green.
there you go. So I wasn't being negative and I wasn't putting him down. It's just green. It might be a different shade of green, but to him it's green.
It's true.
So I do like green. Like I said, I do like seeing nature come back to life, and I do like seeing the leafy green bushes and the grass and everything. But actually, my ultimate favourite colour after the rainbow and sparkle is pink. So duh, I like pink. Silly man. Anyway, question 9. Do you spring clean? He doesn't.
Nope.
Now, my
I
cleaning,
clean, but I don't spring clean.
my cleaning and Mike's cleaning are two very, very different things, even on a daily. So Mike's cleaning is clean what you see, maybe a little bit of tidying. That's as far as it goes. Manfa's is, I'm going to move that so I can hoover underneath it. Mike will hoover around it. Manfa will see that there are spatters of stuff on the wall and wipe them off. Mike will go, oh, that's grubby, and walk away. So our levels of cleaning are completely different. Now, also, I have phases, don't I, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
And it is not specifically for spring. But when I get it in my head that this house is too cluttered, there's stuff that needs to be gone, things that needed to be sorted through, whatever, no matter what time of the year it is, I will have a blitz. And when I mean a blitz, I mean at least 5 black bags, garbage bags, dustbin bags full of crap gone. And the dustmen hate it when Manfa does that, because what is our usual amount of rubbish for them to collect is suddenly double or triple the size, because Manfa had a bee in her bonnet and wanted to sort something out. So I do spring cleans in bursts quite frequently, year round.
And I get roped into it.
Yes, and when I do what I call a deep clean, which is what you guys are referring to as a spring clean, where you do it just once a year at springtime, I do those sporadically throughout the years, where it's skirting boards, baseboards, all the nooks and crannies that you don't normally do. And if I had my way, I would be getting Mike to pull out the cooker, pull out the fridge, all of it. So yeah, Manfa does spring clean,
But whenever she feels
but
like
whenever I get I need to sort this out. So there we go. And last question. Question 10. Do you go anywhere for spring break? First of all, we don't have spring break here.
No.
We do have spring half term, which is what the children have been on this past week. But
it's
generally, it's for 1 week, and generally, no, not this school break do we go away. We haven't been able to go away for a little while now because of finances and stuff. But the spring half term would not be the week that we choose to go away. We would normally pick a week in the summer holidays where they are off for 6 weeks, or it would be the October half term, because that's out of season and it's cheaper. Not gonna lie. But no, spring break is not a thing. So no, we don't go anywhere. I've been here all week with the kids. That's as far as it goes. So those were the 10 questions for hashtag Spring Fling 2023. Now, the rules are, because that was really bad English, that we tag 10 people. Well, I've actually got 12 because, again, I'm greedy. I want to, and I can. Now, anyone that we tag, no pressure. You do not have to do this. Just giving you the option should you wish. Or, if you have already done this, please ignore this tag because you have already filled your tag. But we are going to tag, and all these people are going to be in the description box, and also a clean copy of the 10 questions will be in the description box for you to know what questions to answer also. So, are you ready? We are tagging Christina, which is Bella Uncinetto, Sarah, which is Crafty Moose Sarah, Amanda, which is Obsessive Crochet Lady, Kim, who is Yarning for a Smile, Lala, who is Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming Animal, Lynette, who is Charmed Grammy Crochet, Jax, Creations by Jax, John Boy Crochet, Kayla, Llama Mama Kayla, Patricia, Yarny Cat _ Crochet, Nova Gnome Creations, and Litza from Coco's Crochet. Now that is an awful lot of you. I am just hoping that 2 or 3 of you have not already been tagged or have not already done it, and you will do a video on it. But like I said, no pressure. Don't feel like you have to. Do it if you wish. Don't if you don't. Not going to take it personally, but it is a little bit fun, and it gets you to know a bit more about the people that are answering the questions. Clean copy of the questions in the description. All these people's links. If you are watching and you do not have a channel, please feel free to answer the questions down in the comments. I would love to hear your answers, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to read them also. If you are watching and you do have a channel and I didn't tag you and you want to do it, consider yourself tagged also. Feel free. Even say I did when I didn't. I don't mind. You do you. And if you are watching this and saw all these people tagged and you don't know who they are, go check them out. They are all awesome friends of ours, and we really appreciate you spreading the Yarny love and growing people's channels. So, I think our job here is done. So, stay safe.
Be kind.
Look after one another.
We did this the wrong way.
Did we? Well, I said so, and you didn't talk. So
stay safe.
Be kind.
Look after one another.
Get some good quality time in with your loved ones.
Don't forget to keep those springtime vibes.
Get some good quality crafting time in. We will see you in the next one.
Or around the YouTube sweets.
Bye, guys. Love you. Bye.